is firing up, and they are away from the dog head. Andrew Tate just turned up his engine, and they are away. So you've got 300 lanes making their way over to the field.
Thank you very much, Paul Doody. We can see them now coming away and coming on over here toward us on the start-finish line. Been a long, long time coming, but it is here. H1 Unlimited Hydroplane Racing returns to Huntersville, Alabama. 2.5-mile race course. We're going to go 3 times around. We'll keep you counting down on the timing to the start. At the 1-minute mark, you expect to see the roads down toward the lower end of the race course, or maybe halfway up the backstretch, maybe going slow. That's where those timing marks will come into play. They have radio spotters here on the beach that will tell the driver where the other drivers are on the race course, so they are not flying blind. First boat over here is Jimmy Shane, driving the Home Street Blue. This Home Street boat is based out of Madison, Indiana. 49 years ago, the Miss Madison raced on this lake. This is the very same racing team on this lake. Much different boat. We have a Miss Madison racing team here. 4:30, coming on 4:30 tours.
I serve my country, and now I carry legally everywhere I go. Here's how.
Away from the other two, Andrew Tate. You saw Andrew Tate and Jimmy Shane go at it in qualifying yesterday. Well, that was for 100 points. Now it's for 400 points. Radio men are telling Jimmy Shane exactly where Andrew Tate is and vice versa, and Cal Phipps. Cal is going to be in the mix on this. But now's when we want to start watching our watches a little bit. 3:35.
We're back with the
3:30 until our start.
2 and 217 will be good.
Okay, just keep it at 80. You got to be down the other end at 217.
Cal's entering turn 2 behind you now.
3:20 until the start. Andrew at the bottom end of the race course. Jay Shane at the top end, along with Cal Phipps. I know I refer to him a lot as Calvin. That's just familiarity and knowing him for many, many years. Jimmy Shane, young man out of Habit of Grace, Maryland, now hails from the Pacific Northwest.
Right now, we might be on that GP cut right when we need to be. Looks like Andrew's going to have to go all the way down and around.
Cini, that is Bianca Shane's brother. Here's Calvin. I love the color scheme, that bright orange on the decking right above the
GP turn 2 entrance buoy is 203. We've got 30 seconds to get there.
Andrew has not gone any faster than he's going right now since he came out of the pit area.
Tate's entering turn 2. Jimmy's right there in front of you.
So now let's start to watch how this plays out. 2:20 until the start. Keep an eye on Jimmy Shane. I don't think
Where are they at? Still up the backstretch.
because he could conceivably cut the course
Up, picking it up.
and get in front of Andrew. I'm not sure that's what he would want to do. And here he comes. Here comes.
Jimmy's coming across at you. Jimmy's coming at you.
And say, Andrew, here I am. And you were just kind of milling around by yourself, but now look at Andrew. Now he picks up the speed just a little bit. This is the game of cat and mouse. And he had a legal overlap, so he moved over to the left and made Shane move to the outside of him. Still a long way to go at 1:40. Here comes Cal. He's going to come up on the outside of these two guys.
Entrance to 1 at 124.
All right, inside 120. Good spacing down there on a 2.5-mile course. You do not want to be into that corner at 130. You're going to have a hard time staying above 80 miles an hour in that point of the course. All right, 3 of them are coming up the backstretch. Got to watch Cal, see if he might make a move from the outside. We're coming up on 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark, 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. Clearly, Andrew Tate sitting in lane number 1.
Scrub just a little bit. Make sure you keep the light off.
They square up, but I think Jimmy Shane is sitting in lane number 2. That's going to put Calvin on the outside, coming up 46 seconds until the start. 46 until the start. Tate in 1. Shortest way around the race course, but don't be late. Don't be late, coming up on 30 seconds. 30 seconds to the start. This is where those timing marks now are critical. Remember this morning when the boats crawled up there? This is why they did it. Now they've got their radio men telling them, okay, there's your mark there, hit it, go, bring it down. We're at 16 seconds. It is Tate in 1, Shane in 2, Phipps in 3.
10. Jimmy's on it. Stay with him, just stay with him.
Clock coming up on 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, and I think it's legal. We'll get an official from the officials, but I think it was legal. Shane broke the clock. He got down across the line first, but Tate's on the inside of him with a lot of boat speed. Who's going to come off down there, number 1? It is Home Street Blue on the outside, Jimmy Shane. Now we're going to square it off and run down the backstretch. Tate on the inside, got the shorter way around, but look at Jimmy Shane. He's actually opened up a little bit of water on Andrew, and Cal Phipps is making some noise on the outside in 3rd. Shane, top end of the race course. Now, watch Jimmy Shane. He's going to
Keep after it. You got 3 laps. Keep after it.
Tate in tight to the buoys, but he's
Boat length, let's go, get out of here. Hold them tight.
slides out to 2. There's room in there for Tate. Good legal quarter for Jimmy. And he's going to come down and put 1 in the book. A good start to Heat 1A. Jimmy Shane, Home Street, got about 2/3 of a rooster tail now over Tater on the inside.
These glasses destroyed a multi-billion-dollar industry. Don't risk straining your eyes or wasting money on outdated prescription glasses. These incredible
3rd place to Cal Phipps in the 27. We go down to the lower corner here on lap 2 of 3 in our Heat 1A, presented by Clay Irrigation and HBT Smokers. Ooh, Tate made up some ground down there in the corner. Tate pulled up a little bit of ground. He was back by 6, 7 boat lengths. He got it back to maybe 4 or 5. But there's some shoot speed in that Home Street Blue. He is really running. Shane's got his hands full, and Tate does not want to let him go. I said Tate had put a big bullseye on his back. He wants that national high point. He does not want to give 100 points to him right here. That's the difference between 1st and 2nd, and they are worth fighting for. Look at Shane. Gives him plenty of room. Plenty of room there. He didn't even have to give him that much. But that's Jimmy Shane keeping his boat going. He will come down and complete lap number 2, looking for a white flag. Still got the green hanging. So you got Shane on the outside, but Tate is making
He's getting light. Just make sure you settle it down before you turn the wheel.
It's going to have to happen down here in this corner.
Light, dig hard, dig hard, dig hard. 2 boat lengths.
This is the final. Oh, and look at Andrew. Now Andrew's back about 2 boat lengths.
He's losing his boat ride. Keep after him.
Got something up your sleeve. Better get it out and go now. Radio guys are telling him Shane is out by about 3 boat lengths. This is going to be close. Andrew does not want to lose this one. He's flying the left sponson a little bit, but still getting the boat back down on the water. The 2 fastest race boats in the world right here. Top end of the course, the 3rd of 3 times around the course. Shane outside, going to hold him tight, leaves him plenty of room. Now it's acceleration to the checkered flag. Going to be Andrew, going to be Jimmy, going to be close, going to be Jimmy Shane is going to bring it down. 1st place, Home Street Bank, right with him.
Checker, great freaking Heat, great start, man. You just wasted.
Andrew Tate was a gamer. He did not want to let that one go. Oh my goodness. That was fun. Here comes Cal Phipps. 225 points for a 3rd place finish. A great run.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm late here to not give you
looks good. It's down on the water. You can free it up a little bit. Everything looks fine.
Deep breath there, Charlie.
That's going to leave Dustin
Eccles at the top end of the race course. So 310 till our start. Here comes Dustin, qualified at a speed of 140 yesterday. Coming up on 245 to the start. Three drivers out here who all know each other very, very well. Going to be Brian Perkins going to come down here at 2:30 to the start, driving a U21. Daryl Strong presents Payne West Insurance, but also got Jax on the tail on the outside. Here comes Tom Thompson out of Cambridge, Maryland. Really, really good to see this boat back on the water. I was worried about them. They tested in Tri-Cities 2 weeks ago. They had a vibration problem with the boat, had to abort the test session. The exact same thing happened yesterday during qualifying, and we hope they've got this whole thing figured out. But here comes Tom. Now watch Tom. He's going to stay way wide on the race course. I suspect he's going to go all the way down to the corner because he's at a $148 right now. He would like to be behind the entrance pin at the buoy down there by 130, and he's going to be fine doing that. Here come the boats up behind him, but Tom may go wide down there. He's there at he's there just about 130. But understand, my timing marks are my timing marks. They are not his. And it is a further distance from the entrance pin to that corner than it is on some of our, or from the entrance pin to that corner to the start-finish line, because the start-finish line is so far down the front straightaway. But Tom Thompson has moved himself to the inside lane. 3 seconds, 2, 1, mark, 1 minute. White flag on the race course, so Tom Thompson in the U11. He will lead our field up the backstretch. Down to our start. Seconds. Inside 25 seconds to our Heat 1B of the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest. This heat brought to you by the Lake Guntersville Chamber of Commerce. Heat 1B inside 10 seconds, coming up at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, going to be a legal start. Good start there for Mr. Perkins. He's on the outside. I said you don't want to be late if you're going to be in lane 1. You can get wet down there. Tom's got to make up a little bit of ground. Hopefully they'll give him enough room through there, and he's going to come through dry. Tom's going to be okay on the inside, but he's trailing. Oh! Tom got the boat way.
I don't know, Tommy. It looked like he went through your rooster tail. I hope you didn't squeeze him.
Speed down there. He almost went over. That's about as close as you can put one up in the air and bring it back down and land it. Meanwhile, Mr. Perkins has taken off. He is up the backstretch. He's opened up a lot of water on Dustin Eccles, our second place boat. Good to see Tom back up and running. Now you understand why you do not want to get in the way of somebody's rooster tail. You've got enough lift on that boat without adding somebody's rooster tail. Oops, oops.
Dustin just went dead in the corner. He's way to the outside.
Wow, that does not look good for the 440 up there in Dustin Eccles. I don't know if you were able to pick up that ugly sound when he came off the corner. As bad as it is going for Mr. Thompson and for Dustin Eccles, it is all good for Brian Perkins, the young man out of North Bend, Washington. His entire family is here. Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance. So here comes Perkins. He will come down and pick up a white flag as he'll put 2 in the books with 1 to go. Tom Thompson appears everything is going to be okay with him after a wild ride down there in turn 1. You do not want to be late going into turn 1. Tom had the right lane, but he was tardy at the start. He paid a price climbing through the rooster tail. But it looks like Tom's got the boat sorted out, flying it a little bit back and forth, walking on the sponsons. And all he's got to do now is just sort the boat out. There's not going to be a position change here, so Tom is just going to run the boat hard, sort it out, so he can come back and tell his crew and his owner what's good, what's bad, what he wants fixed for the next heat. So this is very important laps, not only the fact that he is going to pick up, by virtue of Dustin Eccles dropping out, he's going to pick up a second place finish, Tom Thompson, and 300 points. But in our Guntersville Lake Chamber of Commerce Heat 1B, it is going to be young Brian Perkins. Couldn't get out on the water yesterday and qualify. He came out and ran this morning. Seems to be running pretty good right now. Brian Perkins, first place finish, 400 points. Walks the sponsons across the start-finish line.
Boats headed our way again. Boat number 27, Cal Phipps, got a second place finish in his first heat of the day. That was heat 1A. Boat 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance, another predominantly white boat with a lot of green on the decking. So you've got the Greater Gadsden presents Chase Building Group with Cal Phipps. That's the one from Gadsden, just up the creek here. Cal Phipps behind the wheels. White boat with orange decking toward the front. The 21, Darrell Strong presents Payne West Insurance with Hames Restaurant on the tail fin. Brian Perkins, green decking with the checkered fairings, black and white checkered fairings. And then the 9, Delta Rail Track, Andrew Tate. His boat predominantly white with orange and yellow trim. Those are the 3 boats. They are up at the top end of the course. We'll call them out as they come down. They felt that wind now a little bit, but they really haven't run straight into it because they're coming across here at a bit of an angle. But we're looking at 4 minutes and 20 seconds to the start, 4:20, so still got some time.
He's going to suck it inside of you. He's at the exit pin now. He's coming up on your inside.
Back there with the green on the deck. He comes by, and here comes our other 2 boats. That is going to be Andrew Tate on the inside. Cal Phipps is closest to you with the orange splash on the sponsons there. Phipps, Perkins, Tate. Heat 2B presented by Redstone Federal Credit Union. Again, the madness that we are going through here as we see a boat cut across the race course. That's Cal Phipps. That's why he was slowing down a little bit there with Andrew Tate, who was inside, and he wanted to let Tate go by, and then he can make a left-hand turn. That's a legal move. He can cut from front to back down at the lower end of the race course. He can cut from back to front at the top end of the race course. Coming up on 3:20 until the start. Again, the madness we're doing. And here he comes again. Here comes Cal. He's giving a perfect example of how you can cut this course legally. Back to front, as he's doing right now. Up at the top end of the course, and then he can go down the lower end. If he wants to do it again, he can cut the course again. So the madness we're doing in the preliminary heats.
Right now, everybody's coming down. Perkins is at the start-finish line. I would look for him to possibly cut.
Can't win unless you're there. Perkins comes across.
Yep, he's cut. He's cut.
Here comes Andrew. Top qualifier, 158 miles an hour. It's 157. 1:57 and change, but a $1:58 yesterday.
Cotton right behind Cal. Okay, let me know before you do that.
His first heat of the day. So he's looking good, and he'd like to pick up another 400 points right here. Coming up on 2:20, 2 minutes and 20 seconds to the start. Again, the idea here, put your boat at the start-finish line in clean water. And by that I mean not trailing close to somebody or not having a narrow lane, having some good clean water to run on, and have your boat then.
Andrew's right up alongside you.
The clock ticks to 0. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to the start. Heat 2A. Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. Well, we got all of our boats up at the top end of the course. I told you we were inside 10 seconds of the start. It looked like we were going to get this party started, but we still got 140. 140 to the start. And they'll come slowly down here. They've all run into that breeze, so they know what to expect. Here comes Calvin. He's going to lead them across. Tate is on the outside right now and not running very hard. I don't think Andrew would cut the course there. No, he's going to go all the way down. 1:15. 1:15 to the start. Andrew Tate get up to 1:10. 1:10 to our start. 1 minute. 1 minute to the start. Now they're going slowly up the backstretch. Here comes Andrew. Now, where's Andrew going to pick it? All right. There has been a warning issued to the 27. That's the boat that's out front. Remember that other piece to the puzzle? You cannot go below 80 miles an hour. If you do, you get a warning, and you only get one of those. If you get another one, you can get disqualified. So they radioed to him and told him to pick it up a bit. So all three boats are going to go up there. You've got Perkins and Phipps leading the pack. You got Tate going to be on the outside. This is a little timing march now. Andrew's going to have to do this from the outside lane. Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. All three of our boats come off the corner, and we are 10 seconds away from the start. This is going to be a beauty as we come down with 5, 4, 3, 2. Mark, good looking start. Perkins will break the clock on the inside. Perkins will lead him across the line. In the middle is Cal Phipps, and then on the outside is Andrew Tate. They got to go down there and set up for the corner. Who's going to get down there first? It's going to be Perkins on the inside.
There you go, there you go. You're pulling Perkins. Give him a lane. Let's go. Let's roll.
On the inside. And then look at Phipps between boats. Tate on the far outside. Driving a bigger race course. Careful, guys. You're running into that breeze. Be careful. They feel that they got to dial the wing in and look at Tate. He's opened up about 4 or 5 boat lengths on Phipps. But Phipps is sitting on the inside of Tate. And then you've got Perkins back there. Drop back about 6 boat lengths behind Phipps. Now Phipps is going to make up some ground on the inside. There's that short way around the race course. Got to leave room for Perkins. They did. Good looking corner up there from all three of our boats. They'll come down and put one in the boat. Remember, we go 3 times around this 2.5 mile race course. Andrew Tate will pick up the first lead on the end of lap number 1. Calvin on the inside. Doesn't want to let him go. This is a perfect opportunity for Cal Phipps to measure himself against Andrew Tate. He doesn't have to win this heat. He just wants to make sure he scores good points. But look at Cal hanging right with him as they get to the exit pin. There's your boat from Gadsden, making up ground on Tater. Up the backstretch now. Tate shows some of that shoot speed. Look at him go. Starts to walk away from Phipps. Phipps is able to get through the corner quickly. But then when they start to accelerate off the corner, it is all Andrew Tate. Tate's now got pretty much a rooster tail on Phipps. Probably has enough overlap if he wants, but I don't think he's going to do it. Overlap meaning I think he can move to the inside. Literally, he's not going to do it. There's no reason, although Phipps just went outside of him. Tate left him room on the inside. Now we're down to put 2 in the box. That's 2 out of 3. White flag. One more to go for Andrew. This radio guy's telling where Phipps is now that he's stepped to the outside, and he doesn't have to worry about him on the inside. Andrew can go through the lower corner any line he wants. Here comes Perkins. He had the great start on the inside, but those other 2 boats moved away from him when they came out of the first turn on lap number 1. lap number 3. It's Andrew Tate. He's got to run just a little bit more than a half a lap here, and he'll bring it back. He lifted up the right spots in there a couple of times. Keep it on the water. Andrew got a big lead. Checker flag awaiting him. After he goes through the upper corner, he will come down, head northward, and pick up his second heat victory of the day. Andrew Tate, right on the U9, the Delta Rail track. He's just hoping now he doesn't fall in a hole. His radio guy is telling him where he thinks the best water is. Andrew Tate is going to come down and take 400 points in the first place finish in the Redstone Federal Credit Union Heat 2A. Andrew Tate. He'll take it. So will Cal Phipps. Trust me, Cal ran with him for a while. He measured himself against him. He knows where he stands versus Andrew. And once the shouting was over, he let him go, pulled his foot safely equipment. Here comes Brian Perkins. Darryl Strong presents Painless. Number 21 with the Kings sponsorship on the right fairing. 3 started, 3 finished, and a good heat here. And then we're going to have, all we do is just, we got him up and running. We got him up and running now. He is going across me. Meanwhile, Jimmy. Go ahead. Jimmy Shane heads up toward the top of the course. 3 minutes and 58 seconds. 3:15 until the start. Here comes Tom. He's going to come over. Everything's going to be good for him. Unfortunately, we've only got a couple of votes in this heat. So we certainly do not have quantity. We've got 2 of our very fastest race boats in the world. One can argue maybe this blue one coming down might be as fast as any when it comes to closed course racing. Jimmy's just been taking it pretty easy out here.
Exit turn 2, you're clear.
Do that, but he's got plenty of time. He'll do it. We're coming up on 2:30. 2:30 to the start. You can hear those spots and slapping on the water. And he is going to cut the race course. So he jumps over to the backside of the race course, and now when Jimmy Shane comes up the back stretch, his radio man tells him, well, Tom cut the course from front to back. And that's who you see right in front of you. So now let's see what Jay Shane does. There he is on the course. Jimmy, if you really want to be inside, you can cut across there. I think he's got time to time it right, but he's not. He's going to go all the way up to the top end. So we might not find any shenanigans in this one. This might be a case of Jimmy.
Means a rooster tail behind you. 2, you're outside. Just pick lane 2, and you're fine. You're a minute 40.
When they attempt to try and drive around him on the outside. Here comes Shane on the outside. He is in the blue boat. The yellow and Carnival orange boat belongs to Tom Thompson Reliable. Diamond 2 presents Miss J&D's. Good photo out there of a couple of our brightly colored race boats. It is Heat 2B, sponsored by your local State Farm agent. It is the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest and the race for the Southern Cup. Coming up on 1 minute mark in 5 seconds. Mark, 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Exit buoy to 109, you are 55, looking good on time.
They will come backstretch together. They will come off the corner together. They will run down to start finish. And we will be underway in Heat 2B. Thanks to your locals.
Yeah, it's probably 20 in your face right now, the wind, so be careful. Coming up on 35.
Thompson and Jimmy Shane. Here's a couple of guys. We talk about everybody. We talk about everybody being here from the Pacific Northwest and the Seattle area, and a lot of the boats and drivers are from there. Not these 2 guys. Jimmy Shane's from Havana Grace, Maryland, and Cambridge, Maryland is where Tom Thompson hails. Coming up on 12 seconds, so these guys are going to be plenty legal. We're inside 10 now. They'll start to run down to the start. We are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark, suddenly a legal start. Tom Thompson's going to break the clock on the inside. Thompson Thompson driving boat number 11, Reliable Diamond Tools. And we are racing here in Heat 2B, sponsored by your local State Farm agent down to turn number 1. Two-boat race, but we got a couple of good ones. Tom Thompson's going to get down there first. Shane's on the outside. Jimmy wants 400 points. Oh, there's the blue nose. Now he's right there alongside him. They can look out the windows and see.
Watch light.
The backstretch. It is Shane by a boat length. Thompson hanging right with him. Good deck to deck, side by side racing, and now it's Thompson who puts the hammer down as they head up toward the top end of the race course. These guys are set up at the top end. This is where you're going to find out that inside part of the race course really pays big dividends. Tom Thompson, good corner there. Jimmy on the outside, coming down to put one in the books. It is Shane. It is Thompson. It is deck to deck. It is good boat racing here. One in the books. Two to go. Shane by a boat length as they come across and finish lap number 1. Those of you down at the north end of the race course, there's that great shot when they hang it on the hook. Remember, that's that big skid fin, that barn door piece of steel that hangs into the water, and it helps guide them around the corner. Now they come off the exit pin down there. The inside boat is Tom Thompson. Shane was able to pack a little more boat speed through the corner. He came out with a little bit of a lead, and now he's opened it up to about 2.5 boat lengths, but they are still basically side by side as they go up the backstretch here to the top end of the race course, turn number 2, on lap number 2. They are a lap and a half in, a lap and a half to go at the top end. Shane now out by 3 or 4 boat lengths, but watch Thompson put it right on the buoy roll. Nice corner up there for Tom Thompson, saves a bunch of time. Here comes 2 of the fastest race boats in the world. They're dancing on some pretty rough water here, but it is going to be Jimmy Shane's going to bring him across. Got about 2, maybe 3 boat lengths on Thompson. And Shane picked it up and flew the boat a little bit as he came across start finish. Got 1 to go. Down to the lower corner. Shane down there. Oh, no, Thompson got down there first. I thought Shane had opened it up, but Thompson actually got down there first. Now you see Shane on the outside. Thompson gonna pull up right along.
Dead even.
Backstretch they go, about a boat length and a half for Jimmy Shane. This is good boat racing. About 2 boat lengths now for Shane. This is going to be a drag race off the top end of the race course. See if you can come down and pick up those coveted 400 points. You know Shane wants them. He wants them because he got nothing yesterday, or excuse me, he got nothing in the earlier heat today when he had a fuel flow violation. And our results are not good. Look at the corner for Tom Thompson again. Tight on the buoy roll. Shane keeps the RPMs up on the outside, and now it's a drag race to come down here, and it looks like Jimmy Shane will pick up 400 points. Still got to go for it.
Checker. Good heat.
Here's Tom Thompson on the inside lane, put on a great run, and that's got to feel pretty good for those guys too. If you remember or were here yesterday during qualifying, Tom Thompson only got to run 1 lap, and he felt a vibration, he felt a shimmer in the boat, in the drivetrain, so he shut it down rather than incur any additional damage. Then they came out in the first heat today. He rode up the rooster tail of Brian Perkins on the 21.
Dad, I'm Bud.
Let's count the smiles.
Control issues, but they apparently got them ironed out last time. So everything seems to be working well. It was good legal last time. He'll take it. He'll also take another 400 points if he can, but Tom Thompson may have something else to say about it. When we started this weekend and we started this season with H1, and this is the lid lifter, if you will. This is race number 1 as it historically was. Well, let's buckle up. Here we go, Guntersville. Time to bring out the big trophy. We say all the time, we're not bringing out the big trophy until late Sunday afternoon. Guess what? It's late Sunday afternoon. And the mayor's over there. She's ready to hand it out to somebody. $80 is right there, ready to go. 5:50 until the start. 5 minutes and 50 seconds.
And they are pulling away from the docks. You've got the 21, the 1, and the 11. You've got all 4 boats. They're headed your way, Brad.
some activity during the milling period. I fully suspect you're going to see a lot more of it now. Because this time, there's more boats, the big trophy's on the line. Time to go racing. And I got definitely 4 rooster tails, but I'm not going to try and pick them out of that late afternoon sun on what is a gorgeous setting here on Lake Guntersville in Guntersville, Alabama. That's Jimmy Shane. I can see the powder blue. So we've lost the local favorite here, but maybe when the boats come by, if it's your favorite one, maybe put your hands in the air and clap for them. Let's see who Guntersville wants to win the inaugural race for the Southern Cup. See that? I thought that was Jay Shane, and it's not Jay Shane. That is Brian Perkins, driving the 21. Perkins, the young man out of North Bend, Washington. Here comes Jimmy.
He may be pulling right up alongside you. You can cat and mouse him right here if you want. He's going fast behind you.
Here comes Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, our top qualifier at 158 miles an hour. He's had a perfect weekend. Top qualifier, 3 heat wins. Tom Thompson out of Cambridge, Maryland. Driving for Scotch.
How fast is he going, Nick?
He's one tail behind you. He's up a little, one tail behind you. He might try and shake you and speed up though.
Just give me boat length.
Jimmy Shane. Now Jimmy Shane's coming up with some authority. Is that Tate on the outside of him? Watch for a little game of cat and mouse. That is Andrew Tate right outside Jimmy Shane. Keep an eye on those two. You got Perkins at the top end of the race course. You've got Thompson at the bottom end of the race course. And just see if maybe Andrew doesn't want to come across here and therefore take an inside position on Shane. Nope, they're both going to go all the way up. 325, still around.
Why don't you just keep going slow and come down here and go through the infield like we normally do. It's going to put you pretty close to where you want to be. These guys will have to go around again.
Look at Jay Shane, put that thing right in lane 1, Jimmy Shane. And now he's going to come down here. His radio guy down here is saying right in your right side rear mirror, that is Andrew Tate.
Had a boat come across the race course there. That was Tom Thompson. So it's Shane, Tate, and Thompson all going down to the lower corner. Up the backstretch, all by himself, Brian Perkins. 2 minutes and 45 seconds, 2:45 to the start. It's the 2018 Lake Guntersville Hydrofest. It is the race for the Southern Cup, and it is the final heat. All right, so here comes Perkins. He's going to come across the race course here at 2:30. He'll come across. He'll head down to the lower end of the race course. Still going to have to scruff off a little time.
Andrew's going to try and cut underneath as you go down into the corner. You might want to go deep and cut.
Go all the way up there. How about Jay Shane? He's going to do it too.
Andrew's way back. He's trying to slow and cut.
Now Jimmy's in the corner. 1 more buoy to go.
In partnership with Gillette Venus.
Let's just keep an eye on him. Would he cut now?
I'm going to let him go.
158. Let's go. Pick it up. We got to block Andrew here. He's going to try and cut.
Have Shane there. He might cut now, but if he does, he'll come in behind Jimmy. That's what he's going to do. Watch Tate. He's coming across the race course right now, and Shane's going to be in front of him. So Tate is going to pull in behind, and now here comes Perkins. He's going to come across the course. 1:35 until our start. They're in good position on the race course, and right now, well, let's see who's who and who's where. Looks like Tom Thompson is sitting in lane number 1. Then it looks like Shane is in 2, Tate is in 3, and on the outside going down the front straightaway is Brian Perkins. 1:15 until the start. 1:15. Remember, we go 5 times around this time. All right, we come off the corner. Tom Thompson still sitting in lane number 1, coming up on the 1 minute mark. 1 minute. 1 minute. Tough to see from here, but I think we've got it right. I think it is Tom Thompson in 1. It is Jimmy Shane in 2. It is Andrew Tate.
Be tight. I think Andrew's looking for a lane. Be tight. Stay real tight.
That boat that's out front now is the 21 with Brian Perkins, and the last boat going up there is Andrew Tate. 35 seconds till the start. It's going to be interesting to see where Tate winds up in his start sequence. He was in lane 3, but I'm not sure if Perkins moved over on him. We'll call him as they come out of the sun. Still 20 seconds until the start. There's Thompson in 1. There is Shane. Is that Shane in 2? It's Shane in 2. It's Tate in 3. It's Perkins in 4. We are 10 seconds until the start. Gotta have the timing marks. 6, 5, 4, 1. Mark. And it's going to be Brian Perkins who's going to bring him across. Perkins is going to bring him across. It was Tom Thompson on the inside, but he trailed the field to the corner. Inside position belongs to Tate.
Fight him. Let's go. Get out of there. You got this. Watch your light.
There he is, Jimmy Shane. And you can see off to the right side of him there, you got Andrew Tate with him. You can't see him, but he is there. There are 2 boats out front.
Give him a little check here. Let's go. 2 boat lengths. Fight him. Fight him.
5 times around this 2.5-mile race course. Jimmy Shane, great boat ride. You haven't seen Andrew Tate.
21, jump the gun. 21, jump the gun.
He is right there with Jimmy. There he is.
Get even. Let's go. Fight him. Watch light.
Here we go. This is
The light. Keep it on the water.
time to decide a winner. They'll come down and put the first of 5. Tate, Shane, get even.
Stay on him. Stay with him. You got him.
Leave him 1 lane in there.
They are dead even in the lower corner. Perkins is now trailing Tom Thompson. Now down to the lower end of the race course on the second of 5 times around. And there is Andrew. Andrew's now got a boat length as they come off the exit pin. He is driven around Jimmy Shane. Now Shane's got to try and run him down on the inside, but there's a lot of speed in that Delta Real Track U9. Jeff Campbell's got a rocket ship going right there. This upper corner is going to be really interesting. Now remember, Tate does not have enough lead on him to move to the inside lane and chop off Jimmy. He's got to give him a lane. Make sure there's space.
Tighten it up a little bit. 1 lane.
We're going to go down and put lap number 2 in the books. It is Andrew Tate coming from the outside. Got a lot of air underneath that race boat. He is really moving. And Shane is right there on the end.
Down before you turn the wheel. Settle it down before you turn the wheel.
Down. He's got to make sure he sets that sponson on the water before they get to the turn. Tate down there first. Shane with him. But it's about a 3-boat length lead right now for Andrew Tate. Thompson is now in 3rd place. Brian Perkins is running in 4. We are 2.5 laps in. 2.5 laps to go up the backstretch. Andrew Tate. I wouldn't have thought he would have been able to drive around Jimmy Shane, but so far he's been able to do it. Shane will still be able to run on the inside, and Tate's got to give him a lane. He gave him plenty of lane space last time. They'll come off the corner this time and come down and put 3 in the books, and oh, Shane really took a hop. Shane took a big hop there. You saw the boat come out of the water. The skid fin just about came unhooked. Andrew Tate, he's building on it a little bit, but here comes Tate. 3 up, 3 down, 2 to go. These guys are going to go at it all summer long. This is what their summer weekends look like. Lap number 4. Look at Shane, hang right with him. Home Street Bank on the inside.
You're gaining on him. Let's go, buddy. Run him down.
Now look at, oh, Shane's getting some air under the boat. Got to be careful. He puts too much air in there and have to pull his foot, and then he'll find out Tater is gone. They are running into a pretty stiff breeze up there right now, but Tate has...
Coming hard. Keep after it. Keep after it. The 1 lane. Coming hard.
We're going to come down here and complete lap number...
Let's go. Get through here. You're going to get him right now. Let's go.
Closes up a little bit there on the inside. Got to leave him room, Andrew. Certainly does. Certainly does. Andrew said if he hooked up with him, he'd be sure and leave him enough room. He did. White flag flies. 1 to go in the Southern Cup. It is Andrew Tate. He's led it from the completion of lap number 1. All right, this is going to be a heck of a corner and a run down the backstretch. I know we got boats on the course in other places, but watch this. If Shane is going to pull this off, he's got to do it now. And he pulled up to within 2 boat lengths. This is as good as it gets in H1 Unlimited Racing. You got Tate on the outside, Shane on the inside. Now it's pure acceleration off the corner. Tate seems to have it. Tate opens up about 3 or 4 bolt lengths on him. This upper corner is going to determine the final winner of the Southern Cup here on Lake Guntersville. It is Andrew Tate out by about 4 or 5 bolt lengths. Shane's got to have a good corner up here. Inside lane's got to pay some dividends, right? Look at Shane pull up with him. They're going to come off about a bolt length or 2 between the two. Here is the race for the 2018 Southern Cup.
Come on, fly it. You got him. Fight, baby. Fight. Come on. Come on.
It is going to be Andrew Tate.
Okay, good job.
Checkered flag. Great. GT, dude. Center bolt length. Good job.
Jimmy Shane. Wow. I have been watching Unlimited Racing for over 60 years. That is right there with the very best of them. Oh my goodness. That was something special. Jeff Campbell, congratulations. What a run. Tom Thompson comes by. He will take 3rd place.
Jimmy, we didn't win that, and I think that's the best I've ever seen you drive, so good job.
Thanks, buddy. I think we're a little down on power too, but great job. During one, anything?
First boat away from the dock is the U8, the Beacon Electric, and J. Michael Kelly. He's going to be followed by his teammate Corey Peabody driving the U9, the Beacon Plumbing. Then it's the powder blue and white Miss Home Street with the rookie Dylan Running. And the fourth boat up and away from the dock, the gold, white, and black Goodman Real Estate, the U91 with Andrew Tate. All 4 up and running. It is Madison Racing versus Strong Racing, 2 of each. This could be fun. We're going to go 3 times around this 2.5-mile race course coming up on 4 minutes and 5 seconds right now.
Fighting for lanes in the milling period to see who has the inside advantage.
I'm curious to see who's been hiding their speed over the last day, and just kind of knowing they have it dialed in, but not letting anybody know.
Cutting across the ESCO Electric infield will be Runny in the Home Street and Goodman Real Estate boat with Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch these guys run on the water together, because if you saw the preseason interview with Andrew Tate, they asked him about teammate Dylan Runny, and he's had nothing but good things to say about him and said they had raced together since they were kids, blah, blah, blah. But he really did not like the term teammate, and he made that pretty plain. He says, no, he wears powder blue, and I wear black and gold. And he made it pretty clear, once they go on the race course, all bets are off. He's going to go out and try and win, and Dylan Runny is just another competitor. Beacon Plumbing, the third boat through the corner down here. Check that Beacon Electric. Then it's the Beacon Plumbing with Corey Peabody. So the boats are spread out a little bit. Andrew Tate going up the backstretch with 250, sitting on the inside lane right now, but a lot can change.
It's kind of interesting the way Team Madison both went through the ESCO Electric infield together.
Does the 80-mile-an-hour rule hold for this 2023 Columbia Cup?
Yeah, there's a little change to it, Brad.
Yeah, there is, and it's kind of like what the rule has changed to be. It's that, you know, it's like fishing, and you throw a great big net out over the water, you're going to catch all kinds of things beyond just the fish you were trying to get. And that's not really what the 80-mile rule was intended to do. They're trying to catch a specific violation, and that's the one that yields a starting advantage to a team. So this gives the chief referee, Rick Sandstrom, the leeway to do that.
Gotcha. Boats coming out of the turn number 4 for Buffalo Brothers onto the front stretch. It'll be Tate in the Goodman Real Estate onto the front stretch first.
2 minutes.
Home
2 minutes.
Street, Dylan Runny second. Then the bright red Beacon Electric. And boy, really close to the Beacon Plumbing, J. Michael Kelly, right next to his teammate there, Corey Peabody. Across the Mosteller start-finish line down to all doors, turn number 1. Anybody jumping across the ESCO infield?
I don't think they can, Mike. We're still a minute 35.
How you doing there, teammate? Get away from me. Don't you know I don't like this? Get away from me now.
Well, those two are deck to deck.
I know.
Peabody and Kelly.
I didn't think they were
electric on the outside, plumbing on the inside.
They were supposed to be all pally, I thought.
It's kind of interesting, actually.
Andrew Tate's up and moving down here a little quicker than I thought. He got down here at 126, and you don't want to be down here at 130, so he was a little before that, and he gave it a little squirt. Right in front of AJ, you got all 4.
1 minute mark.
Goodman in 1. The Goodman Real Estate boat with Tate.
Both Beacon boats still right next to each other.
Yep, and it looks like they'll be in 3 and 4. You've got Runny in lane number 2. Peabody in 3, and Kelly in 4. As they head up the backstretch with 37 seconds.
Now we'll see if those scoring up, and in the testing and in the qualifying, if they're going to hit those marks. 30 seconds.
So, lane number 1, Andrew Tate in the 91, Goodman Real Estate. Lane number 2 will be Dylan Runny in the 1, Miss Home Street. Corey Peabody in the 9, Beacon Plumbing.
15.
In lane number 3, J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. The 8 in lane number 4 as they come
10,
out of turn
7,
number 4.
6,
Buffalo Brothers
5,
on to the
4,
front stretch.
3, 2, 1, mark.
It is a clean start, and the speed is on the outside with J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric heading down to turn number 1 for All Doors Incorporated. It is a legal start.
Yeah,
it is a legal start.
Coming down here 4 wide. J. Michael Kelly really flying the U8, the Beacon Electric. He's got the lead on the outside, but he's got a lot of speed off to his left.
4 boats right next to each other. It looks like the number 1 has the lead right now with Beacon Plumbing and Corey Peabody in second as they come around turn number 2.
Yeah, it is. Nice run by Peabody in first place, heading up the backstretch. The home street with Runny in second place. It'll be a shorter course for Runny. The question is, what will happen with Tate on the inside? Can he catch up as they dive into White's Finished Furniture, turn number 3, and come around to Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4? The leader is going to be the home street at the exit pin with Dylan Runny. Way on the outside, falling back a little bit off the pace is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. Here comes your race across start finish. Peabody on the outside, gaining on Runny in the home street on the inside.
It is Runny on the inside. It is Peabody on the outside. And they are side by side as they get to the entrance pin in the corner. They are dead even. Runny on the inside of Corey Peabody, AJ.
Looks like Peabody's got a slight edge, but then...
Ooh, they touched.
Oh, whoa.
They touched.
Look at that. Peabody a slight edge on the outside as they touch on the corner.
They did touch in Tire Factory turn number 2. Peabody's going to pull ahead. Runny's falling back about a half a rooster tail. Goodman's trying to gain on the inside in the 91. The Goodman Real Estate boat with Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate had a terrific turn 4 to stay just inside the buoy marker. He was lost in everybody's rooster tail, but don't count him out. The big G on the inside is still a playa.
Yeah, your race leader is Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing coming across start-finish line.
The U1 needs to run an extra lap.
So the home street needs to run an extra lap. We'll have more details on that. Also hearing the 9 might. Okay, more details coming up. Race leaders Peabody as they come into Tire Factory turn number 2.
The U9 and Peabody way out front, probably 3/4 of a rooster tail right now. Of course, the home street is back down a lap, and then coming in second place is the 8 teammate with the Beacon Electric and J. Michael Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like a parade right now with a rooster tail lead for each boat over the next behind them. In the lead is Peabody. Then you've got Runny, followed by J. Michael Kelly and Andrew Tate as they come to the top turns. White's Finished Furniture and the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 at the exit pin. The final lap, checkered flag is out. Peabody is going to take the checkered flag in the Beacon Plumbing. Second place on the race course is the one home street with Dylan Runny. Third place, look at this, J. Michael Kelly able to get around Andrew Tate in the Goodman Real Estate boat.
Well, that race had a little bit of everything.
Yes. And interesting to see what judges may do about lap number 2 and the boats that touched right over at Tire Factory turn number 2.
And the home street still going around turn 2.
Guys, you have said they touched. Who touched?
Oh, it was Peabody and Runny.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, we didn't know who had done that. So, but there's no precautionary extra lap for Corey Peabody. That is going to be for...
There is.
Well, he didn't take one.
No, it's going to be the one Runny with the extra lap.
Okay, yeah, because Corey's already back to the dock.
Right. You're right, Brad.
Extra precautionary lap, yes.
And from what we could see, it may have been Runny that moved out a little bit.
Well, clearly that's what I would think that's what the officials are thinking. And had there been any question about
the 40 flavor pack out first.
AJ?
Yeah.
Got a question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for the final heat come tomorrow afternoon? Because you're going to have 6 of them coming side by side.
Yes, I am overly ready for that.
Buckle up, buddy.
Jamie Nielsen in the 11 Trust Company Legend Yacht Transport. Heading up the backstretch, the Griggs backstretch in lane number 1, up to White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. And he's got a pretty darn near full throttle on it.
Here comes our 2 red boats. Griggs presents Miss Ace Hardware away from the dock with Jimmy King. Here comes his son. Coming with him, Bobby King, coming away from the dock now. He spools up the Lycoming turbine engine on the U12. The Graham Trucking got a whole lot of red headed your way. Got a whole lot of chartreuse and yellow up at the top end, Michael.
And across the Mosteller start-finish line on the front stretch is Nielsen in the 11.
Interesting.
Just
for
at the exit pin of turn number 4 of the flavor pack.
For the photo opportunity and for, documenting it. Hydroplane racing history. The Kings, Pocket Kings coming out together. And I thought it was interesting that all of the boats were out on the course starting to shore up in one way, shape, or form at the 5-minute mark. Both the Kings didn't come out till there was under 4, more like about 3:30 on the clock. Gamesmanship or just, a different tack, I guess.
It's just a different tack, You don't want to use the same start procedure every single time. Mix it up. The other piece to that puzzle is if you have got a really slick move, don't play it in Heat 1B. Save that for tomorrow afternoon about 4:30.
Great point.
So down to the lower end of the race course, Dustin Eccles with the flavor pack. He goes through in about lane number 3, right in front of AJ.
No takers on the ESCO Electric infield. Heat 1B, thanks to Par Lumber. News Radio 610 KONA and 610KONA.com.
2:30 mark.
It's the piston-powered Griggs boat. Jimmy King across the Mosteller start-finish line.
I'm kind of pulling for the piston power. I got to be honest with you. I know I'm supposed to stay neutral, but I just want him to be competitive, stay in it, and have a good showing. I mean, the fans just absolutely love the piston power, the popularity, the populist.
So who's got the best position right now?
Oh, we've got a taker across the ESCO Electric infield.
You know, everybody.
It's the Florida. It's the flavor pack. Dustin Eccles.
Yeah, and here goes Jamie Nielsen. And
Well,
this is a legal maneuver where he's doing it. He has to cut on the Grand Prix race course. That is a legal maneuver. Who is in the best position right now? You can't tell because there's so many different variables and so many different things you can do, and a lot's going to change in the next 1:35. Is coming up right now. You don't want. I always say you don't want to be down at this end of the race course at 1:30.
Nielsen jumps across the ESCO Electric infield to the front stretch.
Oh, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, we got less than 1:30.
Oh, the Griggs boat continues around the top end of the course.
Oh, there's no way they're going to make it back in time.
Minute 20. Yeah, he can.
He's taking it really wide. He can speed up. He can get there.
Keep an eye on Dustin Eccles with 1:12 right in front of you, AJ. He
There
can
he
sit
is.
lane 1 and take it if he wants it.
Yeah.
Flavor pack is in lane 1 right now.
Keep an eye on the piston boat. He may cut the race course down here. He's got to go around the GP course to do it.
Here comes Nielsen. He's flying, trying to catch up.
And I'm not sure.
Why is Jimmy going all the way down?
Yeah, he is, but he does this before. He'll keep the speed up and he keeps the RPM. He'll be there. Don't you worry.
All right.
35 seconds. Take him, Michael, up the back chute.
He's got his timing mark. He knows where he's at on the Columbia River in the Griggs boat with 39 seconds to the start of Heat 1B from Par Lumber. On the inside, you've got the flavor pack with Dustin Eccles. Nielsen in lane number 2.
30 seconds.
Bobby King in the Graham Trucking 12 is way on the outside, and he'll have to be behind the trailer boat as a rookie. Now you've got Jimmy King, who will pull up in lane number 3 in the Griggs Ace Hardware U3. They are up to the top end of the course and to Buffalo Brothers exit pin for turn number 4.
10.
Eccles, lane number 1. Nielsen in lane number 2. A hard charging, but way behind is the 3 with Jimmy King. He's way off the start.
Great start.
Ooh, that was really close for Jamie Nielsen. He's got the boat speed and the lead in Par Lumber Heat 1B. Heading down to turn number 1 for All Doors Incorporated. It is a legal start.
AJ coming right to you. Jamie Nielsen on the outside.
Jamie Nielsen in the U11, bouncing a little bit. Ooh, he just kind of popped over. Looks like that Eccles managed to catch up a little bit on corner number 2.
Tire Factory turn number 2. Eccles made a move in the flavor pack.
U3 is going back to the pit area.
It didn't sound right from the get-go, and I think that's maybe why Jimmy King moved way outside in the milling period. So the race leaders are at the top end of the course into White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. On the inside, Eccles in the 40 flavor pack, trying to catch up with Nielsen in lane number 2. A really nice turn by Nielsen. And look at the Legend Yacht Transport 11 come down the front stretch for the completion of lap number 1. He's flying it out of the water. Oh, trying to catch up on the inside. Can Dustin Eccles make a move in lap number 2? Yeah. He gets to All Doors Incorporated, turn number 1.
Legend Yacht Transport presented by the Trust Company. Jamie Nielsen's got to get down here first, but Flavor Pack has got the late position on the inside. He's back about 7 boat lengths, AJ.
The U11 coming around the corner in first place. Nielsen looking great. Eccles still about 3/4 of a rooster tail behind, but trying to get up there, trying to catch up.
Yeah, that flavor pack seemed to lose more speed than Eccles did on the outside. So that inside lane can get awfully lumpy.
And when he nailed that start, all he did was continue to push, but he cannot shake the competition fully just yet.
Watch Eccles. He's been gaining on the Griggs backstretch as they go into the White's Furniture. Turn number 3 to Buffalo Brothers. Turn number 4. It's still Nielsen out in front, and that water is a little bit bumpy. Oh, major adjustment just to get around the exit pin of the Buffalo Brothers. Turn number 4 for the flavor pack boat. Nielsen with over a rooster tail lead now at the completion of lap number 2. Heading down the front stretch to All Doors Incorporated. Turn number 1.
Yeah, Dustin Eccles just moved to the outside. Jamie Nielsen was just pinning Dustin Eccles on that inside lane. He couldn't do anything, and now he's got almost 2 rooster tails. Nielsen right to AJ.
Nielsen in first by almost 2 rooster tanks, looking amazing. He's going to definitely, as long as nothing happens, looks like he's sailing. Then we got, of course, Eccles screaming by in second, and then third place, Bobby King coming in as the trail boat.
Yeah, that's going to be big points, Dave, for the third place.
Absolutely, with the points.
So back up to the top end of the course, off of the Griggs backstretch into the White's Finish Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. Jamie Nielsen on the 2.5-mile super speedway. Into Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. Holding the buoy line pretty close as he gets to the exit pin onto the front stretch. The checkered flag is out. And your winner for Heat 1B, Par Lumber, Jamie Nielsen. Legend Yacht Transport presents the Trust Company. Second place for the Flavor Pack with Dustin Eccles in the 40. Bobby King staying way outside in the Graham Trucking number 12, just at the exit pin now, and onto the front stretch will take third place points. Unfortunately, for the fan favorite piston-powered U3, Griggs Ace Hardware, Jimmy King did not finish.
Mr. Nielsen, sir, you've been racing. That was fun.
Oh, that was a race for sure, man. That was everything we had to keep Dustin behind us. And man, he drove a great race. Anytime you can beat a boat like that, you know we're doing something good. But this U11 Legend Yacht Transport presented by the Trust Company, this team's giving me a great boat. All the work they put in this weekend testing, I think it shows that we found a combination that can hang with these guys.
From my perspective, I've never been in one of these things, but from my perspective, you had him on the inside and you just pinned him in lane 1 legally.
The best I could legally. I mean, Dustin's a true gentleman racer, and I would expect nothing less from him, and I want to give him the same courtesy out there. So, especially first heat of the weekend, you don't want to build any enemies out there.
They don't believe how toxic this is.
Yeah, he's going to answer the call. They're just sitting down there and they're right below us. They still have the lid up. Crew members are reaching over the top of the cockpit, talking to Jimmy in there. Nobody's rushing. They've got plenty of time as we're still at 3:45 until our start.
Thank you, Brad. Cutting across the ESCO electric infield, it'll be the Goodman with Tate to the front stretch and the Nielsen in the Legends Trust Company, Legend Yacht Transport.
Gamesmanship there as they're cutting the infield, not so fast.
Yeah, that's really interesting, guys, because back east in Guntersville and in Madison, that's what Jamie Nielsen was doing. He was running up the backstretch, and then he was cutting across the race course and putting himself on that inside lane. This time, Andrews Tate said, no, thank you. I'm going to turn inside of you, and albeit early, as you hear the Griggs Presents Ace Hardware come away from the dock right below us, it is Andrew Tate down here on the inside. He's got Jamie outside of him. Here comes the 3.
3 minutes.
And coming down the front straightaway is Dustin Eccles in the Flavor Pack. And as I said this morning, I do expect Dustin Eccles to put the Flavor Pack in an outside lane.
Andrew Tate going by in the Gold G. Nielsen right behind. And here comes Mr. King in the Ace, Griggs Ace 3. Oh, the Flavor Pack coming by now, too. I still love the look of that boat. That is a beautiful boat.
2.5.
Jimmy King on the outside. He's putting the throttle down on that new Bullet. New engine, new Allison.
It sounds more like it should. Like you said, Mike, yesterday, you knew coming down the front stretch here that it just didn't sound right.
He moved way outside during the milling period, and it did not sound at all like it should.
That piston power, you can hear it in the corner. That's kind of why... Yeah, that's what we're expecting.
Look at, we've got another cross of the ESCO electric infield. This time it'll be the 40 Flavor Pack. Dustin Eccles onto the front stretch. Jimmy King a little bit close to Eccles as they come down the front stretch.
And like you said...
Pretty good squirt coming down here. He was on the far outside.
And Brad, you were saying 130, 135 is the mark. You do not want to be on the low end of the course at 135, right?
Yeah, 130. That's my little unofficial mark here. I don't like it. It's 130 right now, and he is at the entrance pin to the corner. look to see if he doesn't put his foot in it and either give it a squirt and cut the race course or go way wide. Now he's going wide, trying to scruff off some time.
Way early on the backstretch for Jimmy King.
Jimmy King will cut the race course, I would assume. Here comes the two guys in good position, which is Andrew Tate sitting on an inside lane with Jamie Nielsen right outside of him.
But he has to mind the 1 minute rule, which he's just outside of as he comes across the ESCO infield, ESCO Electric.
That's a really good call, Michael. I would say that was a legal maneuver on the clock. Look for him to cut the course down here.
He dove in at 102 and came out at 58.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Look for him to cut the course down here at the lower end. He did not yesterday, and he ended up way behind everybody. There he goes. You got him, Michael, with 40 seconds.
Yeah, on the inside, Tate in the Goodman Real Estate. Oh, way up at the top end of the course. It's the flavor pack. I didn't even see Dustin Eccles way up there with 28 seconds. So Eccles will be in lane 1, Goodman Real Estate lane 2. It'll be Legends Yacht Transport Trust Company in lane 3. Jimmy King will be in the outside in lane number 4.
15.
Eccles gets the inside lane. He's early. He will not have a lot of boat speed coming down the front stretch. Nielsen's in 3, Goodman Real Estate in lane 2, Jimmy King on the outside in lane number 4.
3, 2, 1, mark.
Man, that looked early. Nielsen looked like he may have been early.
He was a little
early. As they come
early.
down the front stretch, Jamie Nielsen is going to be leading into turn number 1 for all doors. The start is under review.
Coming to you, A.J. Nielsen on the outside.
Nielsen's in the lead, but we still got to see the start. Now coming up in second and
it's a legal
place,
start.
It's legal.
It's legal. We have the flavor pack in number 2, and then looks like Andrew Tate just inching after corner 2 to take second place.
Yeah, that race is for second place. My goodness, what fun.
He nailed that start.
Jamie Nielsen, it looked early from here. Wow. Heat 2A from CO Energy. Now the boats on the outside are starting to catch Nielsen.
We got us 3 boats coming deck to deck around the corner, Mike.
Boats on the inside, excuse me. Nielsen's on the outside. Yeah, exit pin at Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. We've got 3 boats together, and there's Jimmy King. We can see way on the outside. Nielsen, he's got great speed off the exit pin, down to the Mosteller start-finish line, down to all doors, turn number 1.
Andrew Tate is making a move on the inside.
Franklin University makes it possible. Time has come, make a break from historical. Set a course on a path to the magical. Show the world how you're unstoppable. Franklin.
But Tater is going to pull up alongside Nielsen. He's a boat length back with the lane position on the inside. AJ 3 wide.
Coming into corner 2, Nielsen barely holding on to the lead with Tate coming in right in second. And then, of course, the flavor pack in third. Mr. King coming in 4th, but making a run on the outside.
The boats are so close together. This is the best racing we've seen on the Columbia River. Jamie Nielsen with the lead. Andrew Tate is in 2nd place. Falling back, Eccles. And it may be Jimmy King that will take over 3rd place on the outside from Eccles. They are really close out there as we get to the top end of the course. It's Tate on the inside in the Goodman Real Estate. Nielsen, Legend Yacht Transport, and Trust Company on the outside. As they get to the exit pin, they are deck to deck. Nielsen is going to start to pull away a little bit. No, it's going to be Tate. Tate with the boat speed to the Mosteller start-finish line, the completion of lap number 2.
Tate put his foot in the gas. Coming down to you, Brad.
Yeah, they are coming down still side by side, about a boat length or 2 between them. But this time it's Tate by 2 boat lengths at the exit pin. Keep an eye on Jimmy King, driving a 3 hard on the outside.
Andrew Tate coming around in 1st place and 2nd. Nielsen right behind him coming in strong. And Mr. King coming in 3rd on the outside. Flavor Pack coming in 4th. Looking good, but lost some speed in turn 2.
Nielsen's going to have a tough time regaining the lead because Tate has run away with it at the exit pin of turn number 4 at the end of lap number 2. Coming out of that Buffalo Brothers turn into the White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods turn 3. Tate in the Goodman Real Estate 91 to the exit pin of turn number 4 for Buffalo Brothers onto the front stretch. He's got a half a rooster tail, now a full rooster tail lead over Jamie Nielsen.
And it seems like there's a lot of rough water in lane 1. Everybody's popping outside to try to get a smoother boat ride.
Your winner, Andrew Tate.
Wow.
In the 91 Goodman Real Estate.
Did you see that one coming?
Jamie Nielsen comes in second. Jimmy King will finish third, and Dustin Eccles a fourth place finish in the flavor pack.
Wow. I'm doing real good. How are you doing? You got it out front, but that Nielsen kid's for real.
Yeah, he had a good start on the outside with some boat speed there. He did a great job too. 2 lanes in there, just enough, and it was a fun race. I had a good time.
You got a in it? Is that what we're hearing from you today?
Something like that. Yeah, we've changed something every time we've gone out, but that was the best the U91 Goodman Real Estate's felt here probably since we started making some real progress in Guntersville. So we're trending in the right direction, and that's all we can ask for. You know, we like I said, we're changing something every time we get in the boat, and that was the best so far. So we're doing something right.
And at the dock, we are awaiting Bobby King in the U12. They're just now tipping the nose of that boat out toward the river. So, AJ,
J. Michael Kelly in the red, Beacon Electric in first, and then of course probably the favorite for this run, I would say Peabody. Nobody's been able to solve the Peabody problem, like Brad said earlier. Third place moving in right after that is of course the U1 with Dylan Runny and with the home street. What a great day for racing. It seems like the wind has died down a little bit too. So
agreed. Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if Bobby King comes through and
Esco Electric incursion into the infield. Sorry, Kurt, but the Beacon Electric making a short course around with J. Michael Kelly to the front stretch.
I want to make sure I got this straight. If Bobby King completes this heat, then it'll be the official's call whether or not he can come back from a trailer boat in subsequent races over the course of the weekend. Is that right?
That is correct, and he is away from the dock. He's headed over to AJ right now as we are 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Corey Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing also went through the Esco Electric infield. As the home street with Dylan Runny comes across the Mosteller start-finish line now. J. Michael Kelly, Tire Factory turn number 2. Then you've got the 12, Graham Trucking at Tire Factory turn 2 now.
It's just so interesting that Jamie Nielsen, amazing start, all for naught.
You wonder where that may have occurred, you know, where the timing was.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure the data will point that out, and I'm sure they'll take a look at it.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
Reminding our fans on the shoreline here that when our boats come out of the pit area, they do not know what lane they will be driving this heat in. That is part of the allure of the 5-minute period, the race before the race. These guys are out there trying to out-finagle the other one, if you will, for their predetermined in their mind lane they would like to have, but they are not assigned. They are still jockeying for that position as we come up on 210. I would expect everybody to go around the top end of the race course, then come down here to the bottom and around one more time. I'm not sure we're going to see anybody cut the race course from where they are right now.
2 minutes. The only boat that knows where he will be on the race course is the 12 on the outside. For now, Graham Trucking with Bobby King. Setting up on the inside will be the Beacon Electric, Beacon Plumbing in 2, Home Street in 3 as they come on with what is a great photo opportunity down the front stretch.
This is a nice strategy, I think. You've got those 3 boats basically banking on the timing.
Minute 30.
If they hit the line all at the same time, that could be some sweet deck-to-deck action into turn 1.
Looks like J. Michael Kelly's going to hold on to lane 1. Corey Peabody in 2. Dylan Runny in 3. On the outside will be Graham Trucking. 5 seconds back with Bobby King.
And I like the timing a whole lot better this time. They're headed over to AJ with 110 till our start. AJ?
They are looking good, lining up. J. Michael Kelly, that's got to be scary for everybody having J. Michael Kelly in the first lane, actually, to tell you the truth. Then it looks like it's funny. Bobby King, even though he's on the outside, almost moved into second, but he's way out on the outside lane. And then, of course, you got Peabody, and then the home street and Dylan Runny.
How does Bobby King know to be 5 seconds behind? Is it the classic one Mississippi? You know, like you used to in touch football if you were to rush the quarterback?
You set your watch that way.
Okay.
That's a good point, Brett.
Yeah, you set your watch 5 minutes slow, or 5 seconds slow.
Okay.
And that way you still know your timing marks.
Right.
When you do get to dial it up and be on the front line.
So you can still work on that timing mark, just knowing that it's set 5 seconds. That's cool.
Setting up J. Michael Kelly in the 8, Beacon Electric in lane number 1.
20 seconds.
Lane number 2, Corey Peabody. in the 9 Beacon Plumbing. It'll be Dylan Runny in the 1 Home Street. In lane number 3 on the outside, 5 seconds back, Bobby King in the 12 Graham Trucking. 4, 3, 2, 1. It is a clean start. The boat speed's on the outside with the Home Street as they come down the front stretch.
Boy, they are tugging together. 3 wide getting down here. Fly on the right side spots. And is J. Michael Kelly going to get down here dead even with teammate Corey Peabody? But Runny's only a boat length back, AJ.
It looks like J. Michael Kelly's holding the lead in turn 2, but Peabody just takes the lead coming through turn 2, and then the Home Street tight in behind, but still at third coming up.
Look at that turn number 2 for Tire Factory. Corey Peabody taking the lead away from the inside boat, J. Michael Kelly. Coming down the back stretch. It's the Peabody entry in second lane, and he'll dive into White's Finished Furniture Hardwood's turn number 3 with the lead, but on the inside, J. Michael Kelly has the short course around to the exit pin of Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It's still Peabody with the lead. Peeking on the outside now. That was a really nice turn at the top end of the course for the Home Street. Falling back in lane number 1 just a bit is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. Peabody has the lead. This is going to be a tight one into All Doors turn number 1.
Corey Peabody still going to get here with almost the full rooster tail on Runny, but his teammate J. Michael Kelly is on the inside lane about 5 boat lengths back, AJ.
Looking really good. Peabody in first and keeping J. Michael Kelly pinned to the inside of Tire Factory turn number 2, the Home Street, and Runny coming in probably almost 1 full rooster length behind in third place, and then of course Bobby King coming in 5 seconds behind in fourth.
Watch J. Michael Kelly.
He got pinched a little bit in turn 4 on the last lap.
J. Michael Kelly gaining on Peabody as they dive into White's Finished Furniture turn number 3. Trying to pull even at the apex into the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. But it's still Peabody with great momentum. Oh, a big hop out of the water that time for the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly hitting a little rough water at the exit pin of Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It's Peabody with the lead by a half a rooster tail as they head down for the final lap.
Yeah, on the left side rearview mirror of Corey Peabody, his teammate J. Michael Kelly, who does not want to go away. He's still back by only about 5 boat lengths. If there's a mistake on Peabody, Kelly's going to be there to advance, AJ.
Bouncing and bobbing through corner number 2, the Tire Factory turn to corner number 2. Peabody in first place. J. Michael Kelly trying to catch up, coming up behind, and the Home Street and Runny in third.
It's a final opportunity on the inside for J. Michael Kelly, trying to reel in his teammate Corey Peabody. It's Electric on the inside, Plumbing on the outside. As they head into White's Furniture turn number 3, can J. Michael Kelly reel him in? At the apex, it looks pretty close as they get to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It's still Peabody in the lead and a little bit of rough water and a bobble for the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly. Peabody's holding on to the lead onto the front stretch, and he will take the checkered flag for CO Energy Heat 2B. Second place will be the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly, and a third place finish for the 1 Home Street with Dylan Runny. Great racing. Lane number 2 gets the win.
The freaking with Beacon Electric Plumbing. It's a beautiful thing.
Lane 2, that's been probably the best lane all weekend so far, hasn't it?
And now that Bobby King has completed his laps, let's hope the race official allows him up on the line as we move forward this Championship Sunday.
All right, Corey, it's been a great weekend so far.
Yeah, it's been a good one. That was a great heat race, great win for us. Good position for the Beacon Electric boat 2-8, getting those 300 points. We need him to keep getting some points. Just happy for everybody and happy to be here.
There was some rough water out there in some of the places you had to fight in one of the turns.
Yeah, it's really rough out there. Some really weird cross rollers going on, so I was heavy on the canard.
Jamie Nielsen, the closest to us. Then it's the Flavor Pack with Dustin Eccles. Then it's J. Michael Kelly, who pops out in the Beacon Electric, and right behind him, Corey Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing. 4 boats now. Here's a good sight. AJ, what do you think of that?
Oh, man, what a sight. So beautiful coming down to turn 2, Tire Factory turn 2. We got the red boat, J. Michael Kelly with the U8, followed by his teammate, the white, with Peabody, of course, and then I think it's green, personally. A lot of people think it's yellow.
I agree.
The green and blue with Nielsen, and then Eccles following behind with the beautiful Flavor Pack. Now, the reason why, too, look at the Flavor Pack and then look at Nielsen's boat, and with the yellow and the flavor pack, it definitely makes Nielsen's boat look even more green.
It's so green.
Guys, I hate to tell you this, but the colorblind guy's going to straighten this out. That boat is chartreuse.
It's a shade of green.
Come on, man. You're confusing me. Knock it off.
And everybody's going, oh, well, you put the two boats close together in the pit area, and you can really see the difference in the color. And I'm going, really?
Yeah, we've got an incursion in the DMZ, the ESCO Electric DMZ. Nielsen will come through, and J. Michael Kelly will come through.
But that was a legal cut, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you mentioned DMZ. I'm going, whoa.
No, they're good.
Okay.
It's the infield, brought to you by ESCO Electric. Perfectly legal.
320 until the start. Yes, that chartreuse royal blue with red accents, U11. Jamie Nielsen coming down the front straightaway here in lane number 1. Now on the far outside. Now this is what I expected Dustin Eccles to do in the last heat. He's been in lane 1 twice. It hasn't necessarily worked out for him. I think this time he's going to stick wide. Now, I don't know if we're going to really see any of these boats move. Still got time to kill. We just ticked inside 3 minutes. AJ got him right in front of you.
Eccles just came by in first. Now he's kind of curving over a little bit. I don't know if he's looking to claim a lane. And then, of course, you got Nielsen, followed by J. Michael Kelly, and then Peabody, who nobody's been able to beat so far this season, coming down the backstretch. Man, that's a beautiful sight.
My money's on Eccles doing the outside boogie, because I swear he was doing a timing run toward the start.
He's going through the ESCO Electric infield to the front stretch.
All right, well, the last time he came down and around, he was definitely doing a timing run to the start-finish line. So maybe he's got something in his hip pocket. We'll see what happens at the start-finish.
2 minutes and 15 seconds to the start of 3A from Truss Company. The other 3 boats will go into White's Finished Furniture and Hardwood's turn number 3 and Buffalo Brothers turn number 4.
2 minutes coming up, and Brad, you're saying you want to be at the bottom end about 1:35. Is that correct?
No, you do not want to be down here before 1:30.
Okay.
You'd like to be down here about 1:15, 1:20.
All right, well, there's 150, and they're all kind of slowing down. We saw this earlier as well. Maybe everybody's going to stay in the pack and sort of feed off one another and hit the start-finish line at the same time. What do you think?
Yeah, here comes Dustin. He's going to come back across and join these 3. Right now it's Jamie Nielsen in 1. It is J. Michael Kelly in 2. It is Corey Peabody in 3. Watch Dustin. He will come down and slot into the outside lane, lane 4. We'll call it. Love the timing they've got right now. So, guys, here it is. They're going to get to the entrance pin. Jamie's there at 1:17. This is perfect timing. Don't worry about Dustin Eccles on the outside. He can wind it up. He can catch him. AJ, bring him through.
Nielsen coming in the first lane, the beautiful blue and green in first place.
1 minute.
Followed by J. Michael Kelly in second in the bright red, and then, of course, his teammate Peabody in the white boat, and then, of course, Eccles coming in the yellow and blue flavor pack, catching up really quick to take that 4th lane.
Nielsen in 1. J. Michael Kelly 2, Peabody lane 3. On the outside, Eccles in lane number 4 as they come up the backstretch with 37 seconds to the start of the Truss Company Heat 3A.
This should be fun. Somebody's got a score-up buoy going, okay, I'm going to hit it at this mark. Watch this.
Watch Jamie Nielsen. He has been nailing the start.
There at that entrance, 22. I like it.
Yeah, and on the outside, look at Eccles. He's got foot in the throttle now as he comes to the exit pin of turn number 4. He's way on the outside. There's Nielsen just off the exit pin. J. Michael Kelly on his hip, then Peabody, then Eccles.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's really close.
Look good, though.
Yeah, Nielsen's on the inside, but it's Peabody with a boat speed in lane number 3 as they come down the front stretch. J. Michael Kelly's in the hallway. It's a legal start.
It's a legal start. Nielsen gets down here dead even with Corey Peabody in the tunnel. J. Michael Kelly, but he's not back very far. AJ!
Nielsen coming around the corner in first in blue and green with Peabody in second, and then J. Michael Kelly, his teammate. Ooh, Peabody looks like he's catching up on the outside as they come down the backstretch.
J. Michael Kelly hit some really rough water in the tunnel, but held on to it. Boy, it looked like he was getting loose in there. Jamie Nielsen is back about 3 boat lengths. Peabody's got the lead. Nielsen's going to, though, catch him as they head into turn number 3 for White's Furniture. Top end of the course, Nielsen on the inside. On the outside, it's Peabody in lane number 3. Then we start to see J. Michael Kelly in between, in the hallway right there, as they all come to the exit pin. Eccles is back in 4th place, just off the turn now. Across the start-finish line, it is Peabody. Look at that Beacon Plumbing go. 2nd place, J. Michael Kelly's going to take it away from Jamie Nielsen.
Corey Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing U9 from lane 3, driving everybody clean, going to get down here first, but it's J. Michael Kelly just off to his left, and then it's Nielsen, still really tight, AJ.
Look at Peabody coming out front, really screaming through turn number 2, Tire Factory, and then, of course, looks like J. Michael Kelly holding on to 2nd place. Man, what a great race.
Eccles had a great turn through All Doors Incorporated turn number 1, Tire Factory turn number 2. He may be able to catch up with Jamie Nielsen. The race leaders, Peabody, as they head to White's Furniture turn number 3. 2nd place, J. Michael Kelly. 3rd, Jamie Nielsen.
You got to give it to Peabody. He gave his teammate room coming out of turn 2. He went extra wide and then cut it up to give him some room on that inside for his teammate.
Does Jamie Nielsen have enough to catch J. Michael Kelly? He did at the exit pin, but look at J. Mike pull away in 2nd place. Peabody, the race leader, already down the front stretch, heading into All Doors turn number 1.
Races for
Peabody's
2nd.
coming down here with a full rooster tail lead on teammate J. Michael Kelly, but Kelly is worried about his left side rear mirror because that's where Jamie Nielsen is. In the Legend Yacht Transport, AJ.
Corey Peabody in the white U9 in 1st place by an entire rooster tail. J. Michael Kelly, his teammate, 2nd place in red, coming in really close, trying to catch him. And then, of course, in 3rd. And then Flavor Pack coming into the back on 4th.
Looks like another Tri-City strong.
Peabody into turn number 3 for White's Furniture. Checkered flag is out to Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. Lane number 3 victory for Corey Peabody. How about that? J. Michael Kelly now to the exit pin. Nielsen's on the inside, but he can't catch him. Peabody, it's another win on the Columbia River course for Strong Racing. 2nd place will go to J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. 3rd place, Jamie Nielsen, Legend Yacht Transport Trust Company. And a 4th place finish for the Flavor Pack, Dustin Eccles in the 40.
Fun boat race, my friends.
Gentlemen, we have Corey Peabody, and Corey, hey, let's do it again, huh?
Yeah, it was a great heat for us. Happy to get that Beacon Plumbing boat, some 400 points. If you know, we passed tech, pretty sure we should be good, but you never know. Happy to be here, happy to be a part of this festival, and looking forward to the final.
Yeah, it's a perfect weekend for you. I mean, everything's going your way.
Well, we're not done, so, you know, got to get in the tech truck and sit down, crunch some numbers, see what we got. Hopefully we can put something really special together for the final.
And Bobby King headed right at you in the 12-gram trucking and Tire Factory turn 2.
This is going to be great seeing father and son battle it out right next to each other.
Lanes 3 and 4. Coming up on 3 minutes until the start of 3B.
So it looks like the teammates may have decided that it will be, oh, no, here cutting across is Andrew Tate in the Goodman Real Estate through the ESCO infield.
Just as you spoke.
I thought maybe he was going to let Runny have lane number 1, but maybe not.
Now remember that conversation about teammates. And it was Andrew Tate who said, no, I wear gold and black. He wears blue and white. He's not he doesn't like the term teammates. Well, he just jumped in front of him over there and said, if you want to jump inside of me, you're going to have to do something else other than what you're doing right now. 2:30 until the start. Here comes the Turbinator down the front straightaway.
Sounds good.
Yep, Jimmy King. Not running too very hard. Then at the top end of the race course, we'll watch him around and see just how far outside he wants to swing. But the key here is going to be, he's going to be on the outside, but Bobby King, is going to have an opportunity to run on the front row. So hopefully we get a good-looking 4-boat start here.
Coming up on 2 minutes. 2 minutes mark. And 3B, the Trust Company.
And Bobby King is just passed the start-finish line with 2 minutes to go.
That's a tough spot to be, but he is way to the outside. You can do the math and figure out at 80 miles an hour how far you will travel in 2 minutes, and it's further than 2.5 miles.
So he's going way wide.
He's going to go way wide anyway. And watch, his radio guy is going to say go out and paint those outside course markers. Honestly, he's not going quite as wide as thought he would. He is in a tough spot right now.
Hey, fellas, listen to Jimmy King as he goes by, and listen to that boat and tell me if you think it sounds all right.
Right, meanwhile, we got the Madison boys coming down here. Andrew on the inside, Dylan just outside of him.
Buck 10.
Yeah, AJ, you got something there maybe on the Griggs.
Something's funny.
It doesn't sound quite right, but they're heading down into all doors turn number 1, and we're inside 1 minute. Inside 1 minute. Tana Morissette just letting us know all of these drivers came out of the HRL driving league.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to disagree a little bit. I thought Jimmy King sounded wonderful as he came down here in the Turbinator, 43 seconds.
Sounds good around this corner. He sounded much better.
And Bobby King is way up there.
Yep, he's just entering turn number 3. White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods now on the outside. So I think Jimmy King may be forced inside. On the inside, lane number 1, Andrew Tate, Goodman Real Estate. Lane number 2, Dylan Runny in the 1, Home Street.
15 seconds.
Lane number 3 will be Jimmy King in the piston-powered Griggs Ace Hardware 610 K1A boat. Lane number 4 on the outside, the 12, Graham Trucking with Bobby King.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jimmy King looked early. The speed is on the inside with Tate, but right there with him in the Home Street is Dylan Runny as they go to all doors turn number 1.
Yeah, the 3 boats are going to get down there pretty quick. There's a lot of speed on the outside, that with Jimmy King. But the Madison boys are running 1-2 on the inside lane. Going to be Tate getting to the exit pin first.
Andrew Tate has the lead coming through turn 2, and man, the Home Street right on his heels at number 2, and then Jimmy King right on in third, number 3.
Under review is the start.
Yep. We do have a jump for the 3, and now we start to hear that piston-powered boat make the noise you don't want to hear, and he's lost power on the back stretch. Good call on the sound, AJ, earlier in the milling period. Off the exit pin, Buffalo Brothers turn number 4, Tate, Goodman Real Estate in second place. The leader now, Dylan Runny, as they come on the front stretch to complete lap number 1. It's Madison versus Madison, but they're not teammates on the water right now. They're running against each other really hard. Trying to gain on the inside, the Goodman Real Estate with Andrew Tate. Heading into all doors, turn number 1. Runny's with the lead.
You could, no, he doesn't have the lead. If he does, it's by a coat of paint. AJ, they're dead even.
Coming around turn 2, we got in first place Andrew Tate and the U91, the U1, the blue and white with Dylan Runny right behind him in second place. Coming up in third place, Bobby King trying to catch up.
Jimmy King, meanwhile, in the Griggs boat, looks to be inside the apex of turn number 3, White's Furniture, and out of the way. So that's certainly a good spot for him to be without power right now. Exit pin, the leader is Tate by almost a half a rooster tail as they come onto the front stretch. So Tate, they found the right engine, didn't they? They said they had a bigger bullet, and they're shooting it right now.
Yeah, they're shooting it right now, and it is responding. Andrew Tate, U91, Goodman Real Estate. I'll tell you what, Dylan Runny in the Home Street is not going to let him go, but Andrew Tate on an inside lane's got an absolutely gorgeous boat ride to the apex at AJ.
Look at the rooster tails coming around Tire Factory turn 2. It is Andrew Tate leading by almost a full rooster tail. The U1 and Dylan Runny trying to run him down the backstretch, but doesn't look like he's going to make it. Bobby King coming in third.
King at the exit pin at Tire Factory turn number 2, heading up the Griggs Ace Hardware backstretch. It is almost a rooster tail lead right now for Tate. Trying to reel him in, but he's going to be on the outside. Runny's got a long way to go to try to catch his teammate Tate in the Goodman Real Estate 91, and he won't be able to do it. At the exit pin out of the front stretch, your race leader, Andrew Tate, looking on the outside, though. Here comes a hard-charging Dylan Runny. He's flying the Home Street, but he's not going to catch Andrew Tate.
Wow.
He has an extra half a lap. That's a photo finish.
He almost had him.
And look at Bobby King representing.
Third place finish for the Graham Trucking and Bobby King.
He was making up a lot of ground as well. He had some to go, and I think he really put his foot into that last lap to see, okay, you know, it's the issue has been decided. Let's see what we got here.
Andrew Tate, that was quite the race, and Dylan Runny giving you props.
Yeah, that was pretty fun there with the kid. He did a good job. Thought he had me for a second.
Out there in
center of the Columbia River, just awaiting the 5-minute mark in 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 mark. 5 minutes. Oh, here we go. Everybody starts to pull away from the dock. Even Andrew Tate is going to come away. Looks like first out's going to be Jamie Nielsen, but once again, J. Michael Kelly in the U8 is going to pop up in the Beacon Electric. He's bringing Dylan Runny with him on his left. He's bringing Corey Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing on the right. The Goodman Real Estate is away. AJ, how about that?
All 5 boats. Nielsen coming up first. Then, of course, we got the Beacon Plumbing. We got the Beacon Electric. Andrew Tate bringing up the rear, and in between the U1 and Dylan Runny. This is going to be a great race.
We're still watching the Flavor Pack down here. He stayed at the dock. He didn't seem to want to even try. He has now come up on a plane away from the dock. So all 6 boats are up and running for the 2023 Columbia Cup. It's the final heat. It is a winner take all. Forget points, forget all that stuff. Winner take all. Going to get a little crowded up at your end, Michael.
J. Michael Kelly, along with Andrew Tate, Dylan Runny, all cut across the ESCO Electric infield. Meanwhile, Peabody and Nielsen come down the front stretch into traffic.
Yeah, they're all coming down the front straightaway here, with the exception of the U40, the Flavor Pack. We'll watch the boats as they come down here, pick them out of the sun. J. Michael Kelly is sitting in one. Where is Dylan Runny going to put it? He is just outside of Andrew Tate, but it's a small hole between Tate and Corey Peabody. Keep an eye on it. Looks like now he's got room, AJ, in the blue boat in lane 3.
Yeah, it looks like he managed to squeeze himself in there. It's hard to say, but man, looks like we got John Michael Kelly in lane 1, and then it does look like Andrew Tate squeezed in and managed to grab lane number 2. Outside in lane 4, looks like Dylan Runny in the number 1, and then Nielsen coming in lane 5 right now up the back.
Just inside 3 minutes. There's still a lot of milling in this period.
Oh, this is where it starts to get fun.
Anybody coming across the ESCO Electric infield? No.
Not this time. So they're going to make a full lap, huh?
Do you feel that the field, Brad Luce, is going to let J. Michael Kelly hold on to lane number 1?
Well, with where they are right now, and again, my unofficial timing mark, you don't want to cross start finish line before 2 minutes, so they're going to be in pretty good position to be behind that. I look for those boats to stay where they are and come all the way down and around. The one to watch, the wild card, is the Flavor Pack and Dustin Eccles, who just came out of turn 2 and is halfway up the back chute.
At what point can you duck in and try to snake a position?
You've got to have room, right?
Yep, you've
2
got to
minutes.
have room.
2 minutes.
Okay.
Tell me
right now, there's no room at the end.
No, there's not. These guys are going to be early. It's going to be early. 1:54.
J. Michael Kelly in 1, Andrew Tate in 2, Dylan Runny in 3.
They are going fast down the front stretch.
Oh, my goodness. They're going to... Oh, boy.
Way
They're
early.
going to be early. J. Michael Kelly is crossing the entrance pin at 1:36. Oh.
The Flavor Pack and Jamie Nielsen may be in really good shape.
Yeah, Jamie Nielsen and Dustin Eccles may be sitting in the best spot. And the reason we're saying that, for our new fans that are watching, you cannot drop below 80 miles per hour. If you do, it is a disqualification. Watch those boats up the backstretch coming up on 1:10 right now.
So maybe J. Michael Kelly did the proper math. He got into his parked spot, and he's like, the math in the head makes sense.
He's going really slow.
Well, as long as he's going 80 miles an hour, that's all he needs to do. And sorry, you can't cut in front of me. We'll see if it pays off at the start-finish line. He's nailed his start-finishes, a lot of the heats and stuff, so this is not a surprise to me.
He'll be going very slow.
Yeah, I think that whole group is going to
40
be going
seconds.
slow.
40
you want to be
seconds.
at that entrance pin at 20. It's 38 right now. Look at these two boats that are trailing the field. They're going to be able to bring the boat speed to the start-finish line.
J. Michael Kelly in lane number 1, Andrew Tate lane number 2, Runny in 3, Peabody in 4.
He's going to be early.
They're really early with 20 seconds. They're going to have to drop below 80. We're at 15 seconds, and the race could be over before it starts.
Wow.
J. Michael Kelly, no choice. He had to go across with 8 seconds on the clock. There's still 5 seconds on the clock as Runny goes across. Tate's early. Beacon Plumbing's early. Nielsen on the outside with a clean start and boat speed. On the inside of him is Dustin Eccles in the Flavor Pack.
Well, we know we've got at least 2 or 3 of them across the line. So maybe it is Jamie Nielsen on the outside. Maybe it is Andrew Tate. The start is under review. We will call them as they are on the water.
Yeah, right now it's J. Michael Kelly out in front in the bright red Beacon Electric. Oh, my goodness.
I think you got 3 boats that jumped the gun, so this is going to be... Good thing is 5 laps. We're going to need a while to figure this out, who's in and who's not.
In turn 2, Eccles was just having some problems coming through.
So Jamie Nielsen on the outside is in pretty good shape. We're going to get the word here from Tana Morissette in just a minute about our jumping the gun situation and how many may have been early. Heading across the start-finish line, completion of lap number 1 of 5, J. Michael Kelly, the leader on the course.
3 have jumped the gun, the 8, the 1, the 91, all 1 minute plus.
Ooh. So that leaves Peabody's clean. So Peabody is the race leader out on the course and was clean.
Here comes Peabody. He's down just on the outside of Andrew Tate. He is officially your leader because Tate has jumped the start. Second place is the boat running physically 4th on the water. That is Jamie Nielsen in the Legend Yacht Transport.
So the white boat with the blue lettering, that's the Beacon Plumbing 9 with Corey Peabody on the Griggs backstretch, is in first place. Second place boat is Chartreuse, blue and red highlights. That's Jamie Nielsen, Legend Yacht Transport Trust Company, heading up the backstretch. Your third place boat just out of Tire Factory turn number 2 right now, the Flavor Pack 40 with Dustin Eccles.
So just enjoy the ride as long as there's not a major malfunction. The Peabody winning streak will continue. I mean, I know there's still a lot of racing to go, but the way it's set up, this is just kind of a walk in the park, Kazansky.
Completion of lap number 2. Peabody will pull away from Tate at the Moss Eller Memorial start-finish line and head to All Doors Incorporated turn number 1. Peabody is our race leader in the 9.
Yeah, and Andrew Tate's going to get by him here on the inside. But if we know that everybody's jumped the gun, so does Corey Peabody. But he's keeping his foot in the U9, the Beacon Plumbing. Those boats are tied together. Here's your official second-place boat right now at the entrance pin of the lower corner. It's Jamie Nielsen.
Jamie Nielsen moving wide around Tire Factory turn number 2. Coming in third place, the U1. Dunny running up behind, and then of course the Flavor Pack in 4th, coming around turn 2 right now.
So back to J. Michael Kelly, who's leading out on the course, but again suffering the early start penalty as we complete lap number 3. Corey Peabody is the first boat not to jump the gun that's crossing start-finish line now with the race lead as we head into lap number 4 down the front stretch, All Doors Incorporated turn number 1.
Yeah, Corey Peabody comes down here in the white U9 of Beacon Plumbing. He's just looking for clean water right now, and he finds it outside the run made by J. Michael Kelly, AJ.
Tate on the inside, and their leader and champion of the Columbia Cup coming down the backstretch right now, Corey Peabody. Nobody has managed to solve this guy. Looks like he's running for another championship.
What a great run.
Well, to solve a piece of the Peabody puzzle is you can't jump the start.
Yeah, that was
give
unfortunate.
Yourself an extra, I mean, 1, 2, 3, and you know, especially with J. Michael Kelly, that's unfortunate. I mean, he was off by 20 seconds. He was like 20 seconds early.
Jamie Nielsen goes dead in the water at the exit pin of turn number 2, Tire Factory turn 2.
Nielsen is dead. The Flavor Pack going by him on the inside.
Flavor Pack, Dustin Eccles now in second place.
Wow.
Final lap. White flag is out for Corey Peabody. Peabody down the front stretch into All Doors, turn number 1.
Down here to the lower corner, there are two boats that are out front, or at least appear to be out front. Corey Peabody and Andrew Tate are still tied together, but Tate is a lap down. Bring our leader through the corner and up the backstretch, AJ.
There he goes, Corey Peabody. Gonna be, as long as, you know, he gets through the last lap, your champion for the 2023 Columbia Cup. Corey Peabody heading down the backstretch into home, right across start-finish line.
Up into White's Finish Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. Peabody, the race leader, on the outside. To the apex, to Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. Peabody onto the front stretch. Tate still battling. He's not just going to let him go. Oh, there he comes to take the checkered flag. And it is out for Corey Peabody, and a perfect weekend for the 9 Beacon Plumbing, from qualifying to the checkered flag in the final heat.
Ah, the freaking Beacon Plumbing, that is.
Second place, Flavor Pack. Jamie Nilsson still without power over there in the Legend Yacht, and that's so Legend Yacht Transport Trust Company. So unfortunate for that team because he was doing so well and had second place.
Now
but Dustin Eccles will claim that.
Let's keep our focus on this because there's still plenty of points out there. Have we kind of shaken out now the boats that have to run the extra lap? There's still some points out there, so we got to keep an eye on that.
No doubt. Heading to Seattle, you want to get every point in the bucket you can take.
Yeah, speaking of the bucket, I'm on my way down to the pit area, but I think Flavor Pack, the U40, and Dustin Eccles is your second place boat, have the position.
Of all the races that I've won and lost in almost 3 decades of hydroplane racing, there are many that I remember vividly. Anytime you sit on top of a 2,500 horsepower Thunderbolt that's flying over the water at speeds approaching 200 miles per hour, it's an experience you don't forget, no matter how many thousands of times you crawl into the cockpit. No two rides are ever the same. There's always an element of uncertainty. You're on a course that's constantly changing. Crosswinds and water conditions are extremely critical to frightening. The Rooster Tail, as magnificent as it is, it's a wall of water that can literally wash you out of a heat or a race. So when you ask what race stands out above all others, you might guess that it'd be a tough question to answer. But there is one race, one glorious race that'll stand out of my mind as the race for years and years to come. That was on July 31st, 1977, on the Columbia River in Tri-Cities, Washington. The day I broke Garwood's 56-year record of most Gold Cup victories by an individual. That was the day I grabbed my 6th Gold Cup. That was a race that will forever be #1 to me. great names in our sport. The slow-mo Stanley Blair, Guy Lombardo and his tempos, the Horace Dodges, the Shadis of Detroit, just an incredible number of sportsmen who over the years have established records that were great to shoot for. But I guess the hero of just about every hydroplane chauffeur who's ever revved up his Allison or supercharged Rolls-Royce Thunderbolt engine is Gar Wood. Usually, when you hear Gar Wood's name mentioned, you'll hear the adjective legendary in front of it. If there's anyone who deserves to be honored, so it's Gar Wood. From 1917 to 1921, Gar Wood owned the hydroplane circuit. And throughout the 20s and the early 30s, Gar Wood brought with him imaginative style to hydroplaning that made it an international sport. For over 50 years, hydroplane chauffeurs have chased the records of the Gray Fox of Algonac, and the grand prize of all, a record 6 Gold Cup victories by a single driver, had eluded them all. The Gold Cup is the Kentucky Derby, or Indianapolis 500 of our sport. I tied Gar Wood with 5 Gold Cup victories in 1972. At the beginning of the 1977 season, many people were convinced that I'd probably have to wait even longer before I got another crack at the record 6 Gold Cup. The reason for the pessimism was understandable. Although we missed capturing the Gold Cup in 1976, we had won enough races and amassed enough points to become the national champion that year. Obviously, we had a winning boat. It was a boat that simply dominated the hydroplane racing circuit for 4 years. In 1976, the boat won 5 races, finished second in 2, and failed to finish only once. I had faith in the boat. I had faith that it could continue its winning ways in 1977, but I even had more faith in my crew chief, Jim Lucero. Jim had designed a brand new boat for Atlas Van Line to me. It's a cab-over model, which means that the driver sits right up front, ahead of the engine. For years, I had been one of the most vocal critics of the cab-over design for hydroplanes. I honestly felt that a driver sitting in the bow just wouldn't have the control over his craft that he had driving in the stern. So you can imagine how much faith I must have had in my crew chief, Jim, just to allow him to talk me into test driving his new design. After almost 30 years of sitting behind the engine, I felt absolutely naked the first time I perched myself in the cockpit of the new design. And I'll have to admit, the first couple of times out in the new craft almost convinced me that I should maybe stay with the kind of boat that I was used to. But once I got my bearings straight, once I learned to master the Thunderboat and not let it master me, and once I could feel that the boat was an extension of me and I was comfortable with it and seemingly wearing it better and better, I became sold on the design and the possibilities of maybe even winning a race or two in it. So, with one carefully thought-out decision, I broke every rule in the book. I caged my horses in the middle of the stream. I withdrew my bet on a sure thing and played the long shot. It was the biggest gamble I'd ever taken. I still find it almost incredible that the first time this brand new sleek craft was placed in competitive waters, it powered its way to a first-place finish. That was at the Champion Sparkplug Regatta in Miami. And before the season would end some 4 months later in San Diego, 5 more wins would belong to the Atlas Van Lines racing team. Of course, the biggest race of all was July 31st at Tri-Cities, Washington. That was the Gold Cup. I wanted this one so badly I could taste it. Of course, wanting something like the Gold Cup isn't enough, really. 14 other hydroplane drivers wanted that gold just as much as I did. Professionals like Vicki Riemann and the national champion Miss Budweiser, Ron Snyder, Pete Laroche, Tom Sheehy, super rookie John Petty, and others who wanted the Gold Cup just as much, even if for the first time. But this, it appeared, was going to be our day. And it seemed as though even the boat, that's how much this race meant to me. She had never performed so beautifully. In qualifying, she set new course and Gold Cup records, flying over the 2.5-mile course at over 128 miles per hour. And then in competition, she did it again, with set the Columbia River course and Gold Cup records for a competition lap at speeds well over 124 miles per hour, beating the old lap record by almost 5 miles per hour. Even though we swept the preliminary heat, in the back of my mind, I knew I could lose it all in any number of ways. I could beat the clock at the starting line and have a lap penalty assessed, overturn in the corner, blow an engine, or just get beaten. I got to tell you, my heart was racing as fast as the Rolls-Royce power plant as we began jockeying for position for the start of the race. I knew that among the thousands of people lining the banks of the Columbia River, a bunch of people from Atlas Van Lines and the United States Navy, for whom I'm an official Navy recruiter, and my family and friends were there cheering us on. As I prepared to make my run for the gun, I could almost feel them behind me, urging me to get off to a flying but careful start.
Hi again, everybody. We're only seconds away from the start of the 73rd Gold Cup, the most important race of the year for these hydroplane chauffeurs, their crews, their spouses, and their boats. The boats are beginning to make their way to the starting line. In hydroplane racing, the Thunderbolts begin with a racing start. Remember, the idea is to come pounding down the straightaway as fast as you can fly at the starting line just as the big-time clock hits 0. That's the idea. But you also have to have a few races under your belt to get the timing down right. If you jump the gun, you're in trouble. You're penalized a lap. And that just about ends your chances of getting into heavy contention. All right, now the boats are beginning to make their move. They're starting to come down the stretch. All but Muncie and his Atlas Van Lines U1. I don't even see Bill. Wait a minute, there he is, trailing the pack. He's way behind. Muncie may be out of it. Muncie better hurry if he's going to catch him. As they approach the starting line, some of the drivers are starting to hold back. Remember, it could be that some have started to make their move too soon. But here comes Muncie. Man, I want to tell you, he is flying. If he can hit that starting line just right, it's going to be way on his way to the victory. He's going to leave everybody else in his rooster tail. And he does. Here he comes. He is flying. Look at Bill Muncie. It's incredible. It looks like everyone else is standing still. Muncie came out of nowhere to take the lead going into the first turn. And believe me, that can be a very important lead. I said that you have to have a few under your belt to get that timing down right. And Bill Muncie, a real pro, has made me look like a prophet, folks. He's got more races under his belt than any man who's ever lived. Checking the standings in second place, the man who can take the Gold Cup away from Muncie, Mickey Reeman, the Miss Budweiser. But if Reeman's going to stand a chance to grab this one, he's going to have to reach back and give it everything he's got. Reeman's boat, by the way, you may recall, had been damaged in qualifying runs earlier this week and had to be dragged from the bottom of the river. It's an amazing tribute to this Budweiser crew that he's even in the race, much less fighting it out for gold with Muncie. But the Budweiser's going to have to really have something extra if it plans timing Muncie today. Muncie's unofficial time, listen to this, for the first lap translates to almost 122.5 miles per hour. And if he keeps that up, nobody in the river's going to catch him. Now that 122.5 miles per hour, as I mentioned, is Muncie's average speed around the whole course. It includes his speed on those corners, which you know can really be tricky. Those boats go into the turns at about 140, come out of them, let's say at 100, then kick up on the chute to 170 in 6 or 7 seconds. It's got to be an incredible thrilling ride for the driver. The secret to that rapid acceleration is nitric oxide. It's that laughing gas your dentist might give you to relieve the pain when you have a tooth pulled. It'll make you talk funny. You know, it's like your voice is being played at 78 instead of 33 1/3. Well, it does the same thing for those unlimited. It boosts the horsepower of those monster engines from 400 to 100 horsepower over their normal 2,500 to 3,000 horses. And that's what makes those babies zip when they come out of the turn. Okay, we're on the final lap now. Bill Muncie has eased off the throttle. He's got this one in his hip pocket. He doesn't want to do any damage to that engine, so he's going to give it just enough to win comfortably now. Behind him is Mickey Reeman. He should probably take second. Then comes the Squire and Barney Armstrong machine. You may recall Peter LaRocque's KYYX and Tom Sheehy in the Anheuser-Busch Natural Ice were forced out of the race with engine problems. Here he comes. Here comes Muncie.
Muncie into the last turn of the final day. He's got to be the happiest man in America. He's got to be showing those ivories from ear to ear. An unprecedented 6 Gold Cup victories for Bill Muncie. And if you know this amazing athlete, you know how much this victory means to him. And we're just as happy as we can be for him. Here he comes. It's official. What a day. Atlas Band Lines and Bill Muncie. An historic Gold Cup win today. As I said, this was the race for me, for my personal career particularly. It's the one that's just most important to me. For the younger drivers, it's a new mark to shoot for. I just hope that I'll be able to live with my record for a while before someone comes along and dominates the sport for a number of years. But for me, climbing out of the cockpit and being greeted by my wife and friends, well, that was without a doubt the biggest moment of my life.